Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Varun Chopra, and today I'll be telling you about the process of opening a bank account once you land in UK as an international student. So without any further ado, let's get to that. First, let me tell you about what options do you have. My personal favorites are HSBC, Lloyds and Barclays. Other than that, you have options like NatWest, Santander, Citibank, and a couple of others as well. But I haven't applied to the ones that I've mentioned later on. I only planned on applying to Barclays, HSBC and Lloyds, which are pretty good banks, which have pretty good facilities, and my top recommendation would be these three. Basically, when you plan on opening an account, you'll come across two options. One is a classic account or a normal account or a general account, and the other one is a student account. Now, the only perk of having a student account is the overdraft facility that you have. For example, if you have like £20 in your account, I mean, it's just an example. I hope your balance doesn't go as low as this. But for example, if you have like £20 in your account and you come across a situation where you have to like spend £40, but at the moment you don't have that amount. So you have an option to spend those £40 and get an overdraft of like minus £20 in your account. So you'll have this option if you open a student account. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, because if your account goes into an overdraft, there's like a 40% surcharge or something. So for example, if it goes like for £200, then you have to pay back to £80. I mean, that's the case with some of the banks. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, and I also wouldn't recommend going overdraft with any of the accounts that you go for. But the catch here is that you cannot open a student account if you haven't stayed in UK for the last 3 years. So, I mean, if that's not been the case, then you're probably not eligible to open a student account, and that was the case for me as well. So in that situation, you can't open a student account, so you anyway have to go for a classic account, which is pretty decent. It just doesn't have the overdraft facility. Everything else remains the same. Now, coming to the process of opening a bank account, it was pretty straightforward for HSBC and Lloyds, like I mentioned in my previous video. Definitely check that out here. So the process was pretty smooth, pretty straightforward. When I talk about the process, I'll be talking about HSBC and Lloyds, because I did not apply to Barclays, but I'll also tell you what the situation for Barclays was. Let's first discuss Barclays, because I ended up not applying to it because you had to fill up an online application, but for the verification of the documents, there was a pretty long queue, and you had to go to the branch to get them verified. So I ended up not applying to Barclays. Moving to HSBC and Lloyds, pretty same. Go to their website, fill up the online form, get your documents verified online. There are chances in some cases that your documents won't get verified online due to a lot of applications. That is generally during September, when a lot of students land in UK for their graduate or postgraduate degree. So in that case, you might have to go to the branch and get them verified. But in my case, fortunately, I didn't have to. So for both these accounts, HSBC and Lloyds, that I opened, I filled in the application form on their website, got my documents verified, and within a week for Lloyds and within 10-15 days for HSBC, I received my card via mail and credentials to log into the app as well. So it's pretty smooth, pretty straightforward, not much to do. That's the process for opening a bank account. Now, but the thing here is, what do you do for the first few weeks when you land? I mean, this takes a couple of weeks, and you need to get your BRP, you need to get your student ID, you need to get a lot of things before you jump onto opening a bank account. So in the meantime, A, you could use a Forex card if it doesn't have a lot of surcharge while making transactions. And B, you could use apps like Monzo or Revolut. These are the top two apps that I use in UK, even after you open a bank account, to manage monthly expenses. But in the meantime, you could open a Revolut or Monzo account in a snap just by downloading the app and use them for the time being. Transfer your funds directly to your Monzo account via Western Union or something like that. I did mention it in my previous video as well, so do check that out. So once you're done with all these things, you successfully have opened a bank account in UK and can ask your parents, or can do it by yourself, transfer funds from your Indian bank account to your UK bank account via Western Union, which is a recommendation from me. There might be other ways as well, but Western Union definitely is a quick, easy and a reliable process, and economical as well. So do check that out. I'll also link it in the description. I think that's all regarding the bank accounts. अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो please like it. If you love the video, kindly subscribe to the channel. That's all from my side. This is VC signing off.